Good morning, good morning, good morning, Grenada. It is so good to be back in your company after a lovely carnival season. I hope it was good for you. It was certainly fun for me after not having carnival for 2 consecutive years. It's Missy Chrissy in your company right here on Classic 105.5, Hot 98, as well as GBN TV. We are starting your morning right here. We're doing it, having a great time. We have a good program lined up for you this morning. And today is Monday, the 15th of August, 2022. It is just about 6:30, right on the dot. So listen, if you're getting ready for work, I hope you're on time. I hope your, breakfast is already going and you're getting ready to start your day with us. We're going all the way until 8 o'clock this morning on this lovely Monday morning. And we have so much lined up for you. Like I said, we have your word of the day, your little thought for the day, and of course some information and discussion for you. We're also going to be touching in on the news. You're going to get the morning edition of the news as well as the weather update all today. So it's a special one where we're back. I know I've been gone for a while, but it was carnival. I have a few ventures for carnival, so I had to make sure that everything was in line and took a little break from you, but I'm definitely back. And I have to big up a few people because over the last few weeks, I saw a bunch of people. I was able to meet so many people on the road and at the various events. So I have to say a special good morning to Ms. Gibbs. Also, big up to Perla Sylvester and her family from visiting from the BVI. They actually tune into the show every morning, so it's good to see you. And I met a young girl on Tuesday called Alyssa. So good morning to you as well. And big up to everyone who saw me and said hi. I really appreciate you, giving me that love when I saw you on the road. So it's a good one. And I can't start this program without saying thank you so much to everyone who supported Beach Bum on Carnival Sunday, as well as Sailor Mass, our traditional Sailor Mass band. We were on the road Carnival Monday and Tuesday. So thank you so much to everyone who spread the word, who took part, our partners. We really appreciate you all right? And of course, to my team, I appreciate you all, as well as GBN, the GBN family. Thank you so much for the support. And I have to say also, I know there's so much talk around Carnival and what it was and what it should have been. But the truth is, I'm just so grateful. I'm grateful that we had it. I'm grateful to all the partners who came together, everyone in the corporate community, and all the entertainers and cultural practitioners that really just bound together and really made Carnival happen in 2022. I know the circumstances could have been different, but we had to play with the cards that we were dealt, and we made it happen. And I'm sure that it's going to be bigger and better in 2023. All right. So we have some updates for you. Of course, the COVID-19 update. This one is dated August 6th, so way before Carnival, but I'll run through it really quickly for you. We have 3 new confirmed cases, 2 hospitalizations, 71 tests done on that day, 0 new deaths, and 13 new recoveries. All right. So that is your COVID-19 update. Active cases stood at 47 as of the 6th of August. And your word for today is dilatory. Dilatory. It's spelled D-I-L-A-T-O-R-Y. Dilatory. Now, dilatory means tending or intended to cause delay. It can also mean tending to procrastinate or be late. Let's use dilatory in a sentence. The counselor's seemingly endless motions to adjourn were clearly dilatory. Another sentence, she tends to be dilatory in answering letters. So there you go. You can use the word for the day, dilatory, sometime throughout your day today as we expand our vocabulary every morning right here on Good Morning Grenada. Now for your thought for today, it is: a good life is when you smile often, dream big, laugh a lot, and realize how blessed you are for what you have. Such a good one. Take a moment and really, soak that one in. I'll read it again for you. A good life is when you smile often, dream big, laugh a lot, and realize how blessed you are for what you have. I love it. I love it. I love it. That was a good thought for the day. And of course, we have so much for you lined up. We have your morning edition of the news coming up, as well as the weather forecast. We're going to be linking up with the Morris Bishop International Airport. They're going to be giving us the weather update for today. All right. So many reasons for you to keep it locked here. And, if you have any special greetings, you can hit us up on the WhatsApp. If you have any birthday greetings as well, you can send those to us. The number here is 435-2041. So you can add that number to the WhatsApp and you are able to send us messages. It is also the number for our phone lines. We're going to be opening up the phone lines on the flip side of the hour as we dive into some conversation. And I know there's some juicy conversation today because there has been some updates with the Anderson Peters case. And we have some updates for you within the news line that is coming up in just a few minutes. So look forward for that. And I'm sure we would have some persons interested in giving us some of those updates. All right. So stay tuned. We are definitely here. It is Good Morning Grenada. We are going to take a quick break and we will be right back with so much more. You have to stay with us. And it is just 24 minutes on to 7 o'clock right here. It's a beautiful morning, at least from my vantage point at Observatory Road in St. George's. I hope it's looking lovely on your end as well. And I really hope over the weekend you were able to get some rest and relaxation or some family time or some time just to yourself. It's really good to take some time to yourself as well and just quiet the mind, especially after such a long season. All right. We'll be right back right here on Good Morning Grenada.
Always act when let you come first. Save energy, save our time. We choose your wattage and we choose your time. When you use appliances, make sure you buy energy efficient every time. Spare a pocket, spare the earth. Always act when let you come first. Spare a pocket, spare the earth. Always act when let you come first.
This is Sammy coming back from Juve. Here comes Sammy again. This time, he is hurrying to join the fancy mass band. It is now after Carnival. Sammy and Robbie are liming on Wall Street.
Come on, Sammy, man. That's where you're throwing the bull? Oh, you do have respect for the environment, or what?
Got just one bone and the dog eating that just now?
Yeah, not only dog, rat too. Throwing bone on the ground so just cause rodent. And besides, you don't looking good, man.
God, man, I mean, this kind of talk you're spoiling the line, man. Relax yourself now.
I can't relax when you're dirtying up the environment, so do the right thing.
All right.
Nice. Let me head for the garbage bin.
Let's keep our islands clean. Take your garbage with you if no bins are available. Don't throw garbage out of vehicles and on the streets. Stop, think, use the bins. A message from the Department of Tourism and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
Total is one of the world's largest oil companies with a top quality line of lubricants. Total Lubricants has a full product line from passenger cars, motorcycle, heavy industrial equipment, mining, trucking, agriculture, and manufacturing machines and vehicles. Total Lubricants, winning championships in motorsports, including Formula One and World Rally Championships. Total Lubricants are available at all Rubis service stations, leading automotive shops, and distributed by Huggins.
Affordable quality products.
I live in my best life. Don't want no worries from them. I live in my best life.
really hope you're living your best life. That one coming out from Hits right there. And I have to big up the people on the Facebook. Good morning to Mary, Maria, as well as Dahlia. Thank you so much for dropping in. And big up to the ones messaging on WhatsApp as well. Listen, if you have any birthday greetings, now is the time to get them in, all right? You can send us a WhatsApp message, 435-2041, and send in your birthday greetings. I could also open up the phone lines for about 2-3 minutes, and you can get your birthday greetings in right here live on K105 Hot 98 as well as GBN TV. You could tell my voice still trying to catch itself. I am still tired from Carnival. Trust and believe. I just keep falling asleep in between the day. But I know by this week I should catch up with everything. So big up to you if you took part and you're still recovering. I know some people have the after Carnival cold. I have no idea what we call in the cold this year. But maybe y'all need to tell me. What are we calling this Carnival cold?
2. You got too much going on, you don't need stress. But it's not a waste, man. Respect you, I thought you was woman. Standard high, you up, they update. You bought you back, oh no, you don't play. Clear the path to pave your own way. You're independent. Qualities of a queen. You're royalty. I need you next to me. Oh, tell me, oh, baby. I wanna treasure. I wanna treasure you. Let me treasure. Let me treasure you. I wanna treasure. I wanna treasure you. Let me treasure. 'Cause all I wanna know is treasure you, treasure you. Treasure you, treasure you. Treasure you, treasure you. Treasure you, treasure. Beautiful.
16 minutes on to 7 o'clock. There is some birthday greetings going out to Calvin Jeremiah of Satez. Greetings coming from his mother, his grandmother, and 3 brothers. I hope you enjoy your day today, Calvin. And Sophia from Springs, happy birthday to you as well. Greetings coming from your partner. I hope you have a good day, Sophia. Happy birthday.
I wanna treasure you. Let me treasure. Let me treasure you. I wanna treasure you. Please let me treasure. 'Cause I can see clear.
And that is the sound of Mr. Golden in the background. And he is from Carriacou. He's won the Monarch there so many times. Such a good voice, such a good performer, and always giving us some really nice positive music. Special good morning to Gwenny and Win Chun as well as Maxine. Thanks so much for joining us right here on Good Morning Grenada. It's Missy Chrissy in your company. We're going all the way until 8 o'clock this morning. But of course, we're getting ready for the morning edition of the news. One more birthday greetings going out to Songy Samuel from Mount Morris. And those greetings are coming from your friend Samindra. So happy birthday, Samuel, Songy. I hope you enjoy your day today. Lovely. Y'all, let's get ready for the news.
Share the great taste of Grace Foods.
Quality nutrition from generation to generation.
The goodness of Grace Foods.
Bringing good taste to life.
This is the GBN Morning News for today, Monday, August 15th, 2022. Coming up in the news, 6 Trinidadians charged for the assault on javelin champion Anderson Peters and his brother Kidon Peters to make court appearance today, while Harbour Master Captain claims Peters was the aggressor. In the region, unions in Trinidad lead thousands of workers in protest march, warning of certain things to come. Internationally, dozens dead in church fire in Egypt. And in sports, Windies finish dismal series on a high with 8-wicket win. With the news in detail, I am Chrislyn Lashington. 6 Trinidadian nationals arrested and charged on Friday in connection with the incident involving Anderson Peters on board the Harbour Master vessel last Wednesday in St. George's will make their first court appearance this morning. John Alexander, 55 years, deckhand of Arima; Mikhail John, 35 years, sailor of San Juan; Noel Cooper, 42 years, captain of GURP; Lance Wiggins, 45 years, sailor of Cocorit; and Shion Jack, 28 years, sailor of Cocorit, were all charged with 1 count each of grievous harm and stealing, while Abiola Benjamin, 40 years, operations manager and police officer of Maraval, was charged for assault on Anderson Peters. Alexander, John, Cooper, Wiggins, and Jack were also charged for causing harm to Kidon Peters, the brother of Anderson Peters. Meanwhile, Noel Cooper, captain of the Harbour Master, said his crew members are the victims of the incident that led to world javelin champion Anderson Peters being restrained and falling off the vessel. A video circulating on social media appeared to show Peters being beaten by 5 men and subsequently thrown overboard. Investigations resulted in the vessel being impounded and 6 Trinidadians being charged with causing grievous harm, assault, and stealing. In a public statement, Cooper said he needed to set the record straight for his peace of mind, saying, and I quote, "I understand that Anderson Peters is one of Grenada's national heroes, but he is also human and should be held accountable for his actions," end of quote. He said the incident occurred after sailing the recovery cruise, and he was instructing the deckhand team to begin preparing the boat for the next cruise. He saw his crew asking and encouraging a group of men to leave the ship, but the men refused. Cooper claimed Peters began to get aggressive, pacing up and down the ramp. He claimed he approached Peters and asked him to leave 4 times, but Anderson cursed him and insulted him for being Trinidadian. I quote, "While on the ramp, I informed Anderson that I was the captain of the ship. Anderson responded by cursing me and throwing water in my face. I tried avoiding further altercation by walking away from him, off the ramp and back onto the main deck. When I got to the main deck, I realized a member of Anderson's clan had just assaulted my crew's manager, Benji, by slapping him in the face. My crew tried once again to get the men off the boat, but they continued to refuse with aggression," end of quote. He claimed Peters spat at him and tried punching him in the face, and that his team defended themselves. He said he and his crew were relieved that Peters was pulled out of the water and was safe. Peters continued with his aggression and refused to leave the boat until police arrived, according to the captain. Meanwhile, Catholic Bishop Clyde Harvey added his voice on the issue, calling on God for the healing of the world's javelin champion Anderson Peters following the altercation that left him nursing minor issues.
Led to injury to one of our national heroes, Anderson Peters. And I want to just reach out this morning to him and to his family. Right. Whatever may have happened, the point is that he, as somebody who has given himself for Grenada, is now in pain. And we can commune with that. And so we ask God for 2 things. 1, to heal him. To heal him. but also in the midst of that healing, that he might come to a deeper experience of who he is, not only as a son of Grenada, obviously he knows he's a son of Grenada, but that he might have a deeper experience of who he is as a son of God and a brother of the crucified one.
Amen.
So to be able to go through this experience, and this applies to all of us, whenever we have an experience of suffering, that it's not simply a matter of, God, I hope I get better. Oh, Lord, I hope I get revenge. No, it's a matter, Lord, what are you trying to teach me through this? Where are you inviting me to walk with you? So, Anderson, wherever you are right now, may God heal you, but may God also form you and shape you through this experience so that you come out of it a better man, a better human being.
Bishop Harvey also called for more care and support for our local athletes.
And as Grenada shares your pain, may Grenada too move forward in faith to care more for our heroes, to be more concerned about our heroes, and of course, to support them in their need. And as I say that, Anderson Peters has had a physical encounter. A lot of the people whom we hold up as national heroes, when they win, they get into all kinds of other challenges later on. Do we ever think of them? I've heard a lot of talk on the media about how little we do, not only in Grenada, but throughout the Caribbean, for our heroes, for those who allow the flag to shine, to flag high in the sky. So we care for Anderson now, but we hope and pray that we will care for him and for anybody else who flies the Grenada flag, whether it's in politics, whether it's in sport, whether it's wherever it is, business, that we will always recognize them for the gift that they are to us and care for them, whatever their needs may be.
That was Bishop Harvey. That's it for local news. Let's move on to news of the region. In Trinidad, thousands of workers took to the streets in the capital on Friday, deploring the Keith Rowley's government's offer of 4% salary increase as an insult, and vowing to step up their actions in the coming days. The workers, grouped under the umbrella Joint Trade Union Movement, JTUM, said they were disrespected by the government's 4% offer, as articulated by the chief personal officer as the final offer. President of the Public Service Association, Leroy Batiste, told the marchers, "We have a war to win, and it could only be won with you." The unions, including the PSA, the Trinidad and Tobago Fire Service Association, and the CPO, Dr. Daryl Dindial, had, during the latest round of negotiations earlier this month, offered a salary increase of 4%, representing a 0, 0, and 2%, and a 0, 0, and 2% for the period of 2014 to 2019. Last month, Prime Minister Rowley told a news conference that it would cost the government an estimated $2.5 billion TT dollars in back pay alone to cover the 4% wage increase. The unions had originally rejected an initial 2% offer over an 8-year period, 2014 to 2021. He warned that the unions are building for something, because in every country in the world where governments are taking advantage of their people, the people take to the streets. And when people take to the streets, they stay on the streets until the governments go. Moving on to international news, dozens of people have died after a fire broke out at a church in Egypt, many of them crushed during a desperate scramble to escape. Officials say the number of dead is at least 41, with dozens injured. Children are believed to be among the dead. According to Reuters' report, an electrical fire broke out as 5,000 worshippers gathered for Mass at the Coptic Abu Sifin Church in Giza. The fire blocked an entrance, causing a stampede, they said. The exact cause of the fire is not clear. A man drove his car into a barricade near the U.S. Capitol early Sunday and then began firing gunshots in the air before fatally shooting himself, according to police, who said he did not seem to be targeting any member of Congress. The incident happened just before 4 a.m. at a vehicle barricade set at East Capitol Street Northeast and 2nd Street Southeast in Washington, D.C. It comes at a time when law enforcement authorities across the country are facing an increasing number of threats, and federal officials have warned about the potential of violent attacks on government buildings in the days since the FBI's search of former President Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate in Florida. Authorities said the man, identified as Richard A. York III, 29 years, of Delaware, crashed into the barricade, and that as he was getting out of the car, the vehicle became engulfed in flames. The man then opened fire, firing several shots into the air as police approached. Capitol Police said the man shot himself as the officers neared. He was later pronounced dead. Also in international news, a U.S. congressional delegation has arrived for an unannounced visit to Taiwan 12 days after a tour of the island by House Speaker Nancy Pelosi. Washington's de facto embassy in the capital, Taipei, said 5 members of Congress visit ends today. China launched its largest ever military exercises around Taiwan after Ms. Pelosi's visit earlier in August. Beijing sees the self-governing island as its own renegade territory that must be reunited with the mainland. It believes that mission could be necessary with force if other attempts at unification are unsuccessful. Ms. Pelosi became the most senior American politician to visit the island in 25 years during her appearance earlier this month. Her brief but controversial stopover was labeled manic, irresponsible, and irrational by the Chinese foreign minister. That's international news. Now on to sports. West Indies handed New Zealand their first limited overs defeat of the year in cruising to a consolation 8-wicket win in the third and final T20 International at Sabina Park on Sunday. Odean Smith improved on his career best T20 International bowling figures for the third time in 4 matches as the fast bowling all-rounder claimed 3 for 29. That helped limit the Black Caps to 145 for 7 after Captain Kane Williamson chose to bat first. New Zealand had already wrapped up the series by margins of 13 and 90 runs in the first 2 matches. The 2 teams now play a 3-match one-day international series beginning on Wednesday in Barbados. Still in cricket, left-hander Tajnarine Chandapal kept his name on the lips of senior team selectors with 100 on the final day of the drawn 4-day test against Bangladesh A on Saturday. Resuming the morning at the Darren Sammy National Cricket Stadium on 21 with West Indies A and 43 for 2, Chandapal batted his side out of difficulty with an excellent 109 before retiring. Alex struck 82 and Captain Joshua Da Silva 37 as the home finished on 277 for 5 in reply to Bangladesh A's 300 for 9 declared. The 26-year-old Chandapal, the son of Test legend Shiv Chandapal, anchored the innings superbly in 3 key partnerships as he struck 9 fours of 337 balls in a marathon 6 and 3/4 hours at the crease. And that's it for your news. Let's get a recap of the headlines. 6 Trinidadians charged for the assault on javelin champion Anderson Peters and his brother Kidon Peters to make court appearance today, while Harbour Master Captain claims Peters was the aggressor. In the region, unions in Trinidad lead thousands of workers in protest march, warning of certain things to come. Internationally, dozens dead in church fire in Egypt. And in sports, Windies finished dismal series on a high with 8-wicket win. That was your news right here on GBN.
Get money when you want, almost anyway.
Affordable quality products delivered to you via Superb Service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
I want to be free as can be.
They say that freedom is the ability to fully experience life. The GUT Credit Union is giving you the freedom to choose. Get a loan for any purpose, whether it's consolidating your debt, buying a vehicle, owning your home, back to school, or a dream vacation. We offer competitive rates with terms and payments that fit your lifestyle. Call 440-1354. Email loans@gutcu.com or visit go.gutcu.com/freedom to start enjoying your life, your money, your way. Promotion ends September 30th, 2022. Special conditions apply. More freedom, more choices. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
Granddaughter.
Feel good tax.
Remember, if you have flu symptoms, do the right thing and stay at home to avoid giving it to others. Remember, you can be infectious up to a week after developing symptoms, so rest up and take it easy.
you're not balling out this morning. That one coming up from Mr. Waukee. He threw down a performance at the Groovy Monarch. Big up to him. Such a fantastic job there. And it is 5 minutes after 7 o'clock in the morning time. Listen, we have a special serious announcement here. And if you're able to assist, please get in contact with the police, all right? A Grenada-based Vincentian is trying to locate her daughter in St. Vincent. Shamir Frederick, a Vincentian living in Grenada, is trying to locate her daughter Zola Frederick, who is 15 years old, who is vacationing in St. Vincent since July. Shamir has been unable to reach her daughter since Friday and says people who should know where she is have said that she is not with them. If you know the whereabouts of Zola, please contact her mother at 1473-458-7166. That number again, 1473-458-7166, or you can contact your nearest police station. And Shamir said that the matter has been reported to the police in St. Vincent and the Grenadines as well. So we're really hoping for a safe return home for Zola Frederick, and of course her mother is Shamir Frederick, and you can contact her on 458-7166. For those of you watching on TV and on social media, the photo of Zola is on the screen, and that can also assist in locating her, and we really hope for a safe return home. All right. And in other news, we have an announcement that came out of the Marketing National Importing Board, and the CEO of MNIB resigns. And I'm going to give you a little excerpt of the press release. All right. It says the Marketing and National Importing Board, MNIB, announced that Mrs. Afia Joseph Zufeld, Chief Executive Officer, will resign from the organization effective August 19th. All right, so that's in 4 days following the tender of her resignation letter. Mrs. Zufeld joined the MNIB in February of 2021 and provided visionary leadership and mentoring, which took the organization through the COVID-19 pandemic. During her tenure, the MNIB recorded significant improvements in export, sales performance, debt servicing, and cash flow management. The management of the Marketing and National Importing Board wishes to thank Mrs. Zufeld for her exemplary service to the organization and wish her success in her future endeavors. All right, so there you have it. The CEO is resigning or has resigned, and the final day in office will be the 19th, which is Friday of this week. All right, so that is the update there from the MNIB. And of course, if you're looking to join us on Beyond the Headlines later on tonight, it's going to be quite a conversation. And it's of course going to be on Spice Mass. You know how we do. Right here on GBN TV. It's the special guests are the chairman of the SMC, Ali Gill. We also have joining us former CEO Dexter Mitchell, and that's former CEO of the National Carnival Committee. We have band leader and entrepreneur Bobby Steele, as well as entertainer and entrepreneur Mr. Killer Hollis Map will be in the building as well. So it's going to be quite a holistic conversation titled What's the Take on Spice Mass 2022? All right, so you can tune in to Beyond the Headlines later on this evening to get that one. All right. And we have a little conversation from Ali Gill as well, because he recently appeared on The Narrative. and he believes that Spice Mass was a raving success. That is the chairman of the Spice Mass Corporation. Among other issues he touched upon was the absence of many of the big names in competition. He sat down with Callistra Farrier on the narrative, and we have a little clip of that we're going to play for you right now, just to hear exactly what Mr. Gill said. So we're going to take a listen. And of course, there's been so many conversations. I actually got a chance to tune into the Bub Report yesterday, and it was quite a heated conversation as well surrounding Spice Mass. And some of the guests who were on the show will be on as well on Beyond the Headline. Let's take a listen and a look to what Mr. Ali Gill had to say on the narrative.
Take and to practice the art forms. I believe that Spice Mass 2022 was a massive success. Even the success of this year's carnival poses challenges for other carnivals.
Between the stakeholders and Spice Mass was problematic as well, and you mentioned a while ago that you talked about that a minute ago. So
I'm not getting it at all.
But you're saying now that Spice Mass you can't make Spice Mass holds no responsibility for the artist not coming on the stage.
Yes, well, the artists have to make their call. If they're not prepared for the season, there's nothing we can do. And okay, for instance, there are two Calypso associations.
But is there lack of preparedness?
If you just listen, then you'll appreciate. There are two Calypso associations. So speak to the Calypso associations with regards to their membership. Speak with the Calypso associations with regards to whether or not any of these soca acts are part of their membership, and how functional these members are. So when we speak of stakeholders, SMC speaks to GPAC and the Progressive and the other Calypso association is by Papa Jerry. These are the two Calypso associations. The soca artists themselves is not in an umbrella body to say that they have an association. So when we speak of stakeholders, we speak of associations. Otherwise, you will have a situation whereby the SMC will have to negotiate or have discussion with every individual. And we did have discussions with regards to with our Calypso stakeholder with regards to the changes and different things that we had with regards to Calypso. So that's not an issue there, right? So you have to understand the mechanics of how it works. So not saying we have no problem with the Calypso stakeholders, so to speak. Sometimes they give proposals to us, we adopt, others we may disagree on. But at the end of the day, the soca artists that did not participate in the Soca Monarch and so on, they, to the best of my knowledge, does not come under an umbrella association. We would love to see that, but at the end of the day, they themselves must find themselves in an organization so that they can advocate for their interests. That is non-existent, and it's not just 2022 that has not been happening. That call has been out there for years. Now, with regards to take and to practice the art forms, I believe that Spice Mass 2022 was a massive success. Even the success of this year's carnival poses challenges for other carnivals.
Between the stakeholders.
And there you have it. That was a little clip of Mr. Ali Gill, chairman of the Spice Mass Corporation, on the narrative with Callistra Farrier. Now, we're going to open up the phone lines. You know, if you got a chance to listen to, a little bit of that, but also maybe the full conversation, give us a call. Tell us what you think as it relates to these comments. And, he touched on the fact that there were the absence of some bigger names in competition. Let us know what you think about that as well. The number is 435-2041. All right, 435-2041 is the number right here. We're gonna have a little conversation on that for a bit. Then we'll take a break and touch on some updates as it relates to the Anderson Peters incident. All right, we have some updates for you that came out over the weekend. There was a statement by Anderson himself as well as the captain of the Harbor Master ship. But in the meantime, we can touch on Spice Mass and the words of Chairman Ali Gill. We just played a clip for you here on GBN, and you can weigh in on what you think as a result of that one. All right. Mr. Ali is living in denial. He needs to resign and leave people business alone, where he has no ideas about he messed up our carnival. Okay. All right. We have someone here, Yulene Alexander, saying, "Good morning, Chrissy. Welcome back. Thank you so much. It's good to be back." And she's also wishing everyone blessings for a new week. Have a wonderful, safe day, everyone. Yes. Good morning, everyone. If you're listening to us on a bus, big up to you. If you're home, it's good to have you locked in. And wherever you are, we're really hoping that your Monday is starting off from some good, positive vibes right here. We're talking about Spice Mass and the reviews of the chairman, Mr. Ali Gill. He is saying that Spice Mass was a raving success, and also that mentioning some of the so-called big names in competition not being present. And I'll probably give you some of my opinion in the meantime. I think that we did have sufficient names in that competition. We had some people who've won competitions in the past in there, the likes of Looney Spark and Electrify, as well as Terra the Governor. And I'm not sure if everything was done to really promote and promote the event as best as we could have. And then also we do have to look at the entire events calendar. I think there was quite a lot of events on that weekend that may have steered some people away. When people are making decisions as to which events they're going to, they're going to look at their pockets. They're going to say, okay, if I have $200 left for the season, I'm going to go to this, and this, So that may be some contributing factors, but like I said earlier, I'm happy we had Carnival. I'm happy we came together and made it happen. All right. So we're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll dive into the Anderson Peters incident and give you some updates as it relates to that one. I'll just check the WhatsApp real quick. Yeah, we're good. We're going to be right back right here on Good Morning Grenada.
I want to be free.
Ultratech gasoline and diesel, available only at Rubis stations.
I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it, and relax it. Eliminate violence.
This This is Sammy coming back from Juve. Here comes Sammy again. This time, he is hurrying to join the fancy mass band. It is now after Carnival. Sammy and Robbie are liming on Wall Street.
Come on, Sammy, man. That is where you're throwing the bull? Oh, you do have respect for the environment, or what?
Got just one bone and the dog eating that just now?
Oh, yeah, not only dog, rat too. Throwing bone on the ground so the cause rodent. And besides, you don't looking good, man.
God, man, I mean, this kind of talk you're spoiling the line, man. Relax yourself now.
I can't relax when you're dotting up the environment, so do the right thing. All right. Nice. Let me head for the garbage bin.
Let's keep our islands clean. Take your garbage with you if no bins are available. Don't throw garbage out of vehicles and on the streets. Stop, think, use the bins. A message from the Department of Tourism and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
That's not how you cross the pedestrian crossing.
Really?
One day I just woke up and I saw pedestrian crosswalks on the road. No one really showed me how to use them properly.
Well, this is how it's done. You never cross before doing these things. They might save your life. First, when you get to the crosswalk, you stop. You look left, you look right. If there's a vehicle coming, you put your hand out, making eye contact with the driver, indicating that you want to cross. And only when the vehicle comes to a complete stop, you quickly cross to the other side.
Stop, look, hand out, eye contact. Wait for pedestrian to cross to the other side, then you happily continue on your journey. This message is brought to you by this group of insurance companies, the Traffic Advisory Body, and the Traffic Department.
Lady Laguerre, give it to them. I love that song right here. And I have to say a special good morning and big up to Ernesto. He is saying, oh, let me jump to the phone lines real quick before we touch on that one. Good morning. You're live on Good Morning Grenada.
Good morning. Apparently I wasn't guessing the calls earlier on.
Yeah, I realized there was a slight issue there. I'm so sorry.
I thought that was no problem. Just that if Ali thinks Carnival this year was this roaring success, I cringe to imagine what is his idea of success. Ali have to be completely and totally out of his tiny mind for he to call this fiasco, this laissez-faire, to put it mildly, this disorganized, this rabble-rousing, well, indecent, everything you could think about, and I'm trying to be mild here, use the mildest word possible. If this is his idea of a roaring success, I hope he does not associate that level to his life for it to be a success, because this carnival in my life was the worst. I condemn Trini. That was the worst, boy. And I say that I put in the Trini thing because I was strong Trini influence in this carnival. This is not what we bargained for when you come for a carnival. Nobody must not tell me nothing. This go on in Trinidad, whatever. As a product, as what we know it, this have nothing to do with us. It was a massive disaster. And I end here because we don't have that much time. I could say a whole lot more. Thank you.
Thanks for calling. Thanks for your contribution this morning. 435-2041. That is the number if you'd like to weigh in on that, what we were talking about. We showed a clip on Mr. Ali Gill, chairman of the Spice Mass Corporation, saying that Spice Mass was a huge success, a raving success. We go back to the phone lines. Good morning. You're live.
Good morning.
Yes, you're live. Can you just turn down your radio or TV for us? We're getting a feedback.
It's a shame with the thing Ali Gill say he should resign forthwith. He shouldn't wait for the tell him to take his exit. This was the worst. People say it's a shame when you see the ladies pretty mass and jumping up all the breasts outside. It's a shame. People in America say Grenada getting worse. Bye. Have a good morning.
Have a good morning. Thanks for calling. 435-2041. That is the number to call right here. All right. So good morning. You are live.
Missy, good morning.
Morning.
This is Tanti. How are you?
I'm great. How are you, Tanti?
Welcome. Good to hear your voice, but welcome back.
Thank you.
Missy, for the 4 days, how did you enjoy your carnival? Very well.
I did.
I hear you talking about everything. I know you talk everything about what go on because you love your country and love Grenada people. But we have to understand that we have to show love, and if you don't have love, you have nothing in the world. So just live with love for and unitation. Let us give thanks to God for He is good, for His mercy endureth forever, and His faithfulness lasts through every generation. We are the flock of sheep, and Jesus is our shepherd. We have to live for Him, Father, Son, Holy Spirit. Let us give thanks to God for He is good, and His mercy endureth forever. Bless Missy, I love you, and I thank you for looking out for me. Because Saturday, it was 1 month since I get my 86th birthday, and you remember me on that day.
I did, yes.
In God, will I say, oh God, she played my lovely song. Remember me later on, you know what I love. You give some now songs, and on morning time, when you walk in, I walk in too. I wake up early in morning.
That's lovely.
I pray for the world, and I pray for you, and I take in all your gospel songs. I love gospel songs because they're the words of God. So anything with God, see me. Where love is, see me. I love everyone in the whole world, the good, the bad, the happy, the sad. We are God's children. Let us love Him and serve Him and do what He asks us to do. Love one another. Love make the world go wrong.
Indeed. We love you back.
Nothing without love.
Thank you so much for calling, Tanti.
God bless you. Have a blessing. Take care of yourself and your health.
You too. Take care.
My love. Gary, I'm not hearing him this morning. Give him a love for me.
Yeah, he'll be back on tomorrow morning.
Blossom.
All righty. Take care. You too. Bye.
See you.
All right, 435-2041, that's the number. We're talking about the Spice Mass chairman's comments as it relates to Spice Mass this year. He was heard on the narrative saying that Spice Mass this year was a raving success, and also commented on some of the bigger names, so-called bigger names in competition. Good morning, you're live.
Good morning, ma'am. Greetings. I want to support the last caller to advise this chap, Gill, surname Gill, to get off the scene before he's thrown out. He has perverted the history of this here country and thus perverted what carnival, quote unquote, stroke Spice Mass ought to be. He's been a total failure, and I'll tell you why he made a mess of himself, because of his poor knowledge of the history, and more than the history, the heritage. That's the most significant component, because history is only a part of what the heritage of this here country is. He has perverted it to make connections with, for instance, this is the only one, Carnival or Spice Mass with emancipation. He has made emancipation into a quote-unquote jambalasi. Again, as I said, corrupting things, because it is jab-malasi, evil devil, that has nothing to do with sacrosanct, sacred, commemorative date of the 1st of August. He went on to change and then to get involved Canboulay, and he changed it to Camboulay. What an idiot this chap is. How he's perverting the history of this country for his own personal desire. He's a waste of time. And all the doors, including the CEO and what's the other one again? That was the chairman of the National Heritage Foundation. They do not know that Carnival only changed from the Gregorian calendar date of February and March in 1981. in the last century to what it is today in August. Okay. They don't even know that. They don't even know that jab only proliferated in this here country in the early 1970s. They don't even know that. Idiots they are. They're
okay, I won't allow you to idiots we have to wrap it up here.
Support is you to an idiot.
Wow. Okay, that would be the end of that call. Again, we must be respectful, all right? Regardless of our views on people, we have to be respectful, all right? Going to the Facebook comments, we have Ernesto here saying, congratulations on your sailor band. Although I didn't get to see it, I heard you did an amazing job. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And actually, I have a quick clip we can show of us doing one of the displays on Carnival Tuesday. It was. We did a few different movements, traditional sailor movements. We also had the steel pan on stage as well with us as we paraded on the street. So there we are doing a little boat rocking action for those of you who can see on the TV screens. And to the song Band Parade, and then we did a little circle. My masqueraders seem to like doing circles, and we also did a drunken sailor dance to Jab King's High, you know, the song that he won the Road March title with. So you can always check that out on our Facebook page, Upstage TV Show, and we'll be posting more photos and videos as they come on in. But thank you so much for all of you who supported the traditional Sailor Mass Band for 2022. All right, we have another call coming in. Oops, there it goes. Call us back. 435-2041 is the number. Wilma is saying, good morning. The morals of our cultural heritage has taken a beating. People can have fun and enjoy themselves, but without the semi-nakedness and otherwise. All right. Good morning, you're live.
Yeah, but probably what Ali Gill meant in terms of successful carnival, it was successful in the fact that all the events that on the calendar, the carnival calendar, came true. So they were successful. But in terms of the woman dress and so on and whatnot, well, that has been a contentious issue for all along the line. The costumes these days, I want to compliment you in terms of the sailor thing. But masqueraders really supposed to be a portrayal of like events or like people's like personalities, and so are real masqueraders, and you're not seeing that these days. And even though any part of the world you go right now is the same bikini and feathers and all this kind of same thing you're getting over and over, which I don't know if Ali Gill have any control over it, because first thing the people will say, oh well, they're bringing in the costumes, you have to look at the profit line and all the different things. So what we used to have 30 and 40, 50 years ago, I don't know if it will be able to come back, and Ali Gill is responsible for it, you know, because that is for the way the women dress, etc. So I'm saying to you, it was successful in terms that there was a carnival and the events came up. That is how I view it as being successful. But in terms of the costumes and what used to happen before that we could have bring back, I'm really not sure if anyone, even though somebody else take over the Spice Mass and chair etc., if they'll be able to bring back what used to happen 50 and 40 years ago, where there was real good masqueraders with portrayals of costumes, events, and people. So this is my take on it.
Thank you so much. Great contribution there. Thanks for calling. Yeah, quite a lot of conversation. How can we be a bit nationalistic in our approach to Carnival? And that was one of the questions coming out of the Bub report yesterday as well in that discussion. And maybe there's a way to incentivize people, for instance, you know, like people who are doing traditional mass, and so there can be ways to incentivize what it is that you want to portray more of. But also, I think it's important to update and stay current with the times. If you're masqueraders, you know, some people have to listen to what their masqueraders want as well. We have someone live. You're live. Hello.
Morning. I thought that the carnival this year was a successful one. Mr. Rowley don't mind to criticize things too much. You know, maybe recall that over 2 years ago, we didn't have carnival through the COVID, and we start back, and I thought it was a great success. I mean, we now start back after 2 or 3 years. So we have to give time to build up. But I thought it was a real successful one. So don't study Mr. Rolo with the critical kind of point of view, trying to criticize Ali Gale. I think Ali Gale is only one man. He is not everything. He can do everything. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for calling. Indeed. You know, it's really all about perspective right there. We're going to lock off the carnival conversation for a bit, take a quick break, and when we come back, we will head into some of the updates with the Anderson Peters story right here on Good Morning Grenada. Thank you so much for joining us. We're going all the way until 8 o'clock this morning.
Introducing the Grenlec mobile app.
Ultratech gasoline and diesel, available only at Rubis stations.
I want you to control your anger. There's a way to feel better. That's one thing to remember. No matter where you are, you can be a star. Stop and take a deep breath and relax yourself. Take another deep breath and relax it. Eliminate violence.
This is Sammy coming back from Juve. Here comes Sammy again. This time, he is hurrying to join the fancy mass band. It is now after Carnival. Sammy and Robbie are liming on Wall Street.
Come on, Sammy, man. Guys, where you throwing the bull? Oh, you don't have respect for the environment, or what?
Got just one bone and the dog eating that just now?
Oh, yeah, not only dog, rat too. Throwing bone on the ground so the skulls rodent. And besides, he don't looking good, man.
God, man, I mean, this kind of talk you're spoiling the line, man. Relax yourself now.
I can't relax when you're dotting up the environment, so do the right thing.
All right. Nice. Let me head for the garbage bin.
Let's keep our islands clean. Take your garbage with you if no bins are available. Don't throw garbage out of vehicles and on the streets. Stop, think, use the bins. A message from the Department of Tourism and the Grenada Tourism Authority.
Listen, that statement is going to live on forever. Facts. That one coming out there from Mr. Legs. Yeah, man, on the cell phone 2.0 rhythm. Where you today? Yes, indeed. Listen, lots have happened, and we have seen a tragic incident take place last week on our shores involving world javelin champion Anderson Peters, as well as Kidon Peters and members of the Harbor Master, all right, and a visiting vessel here for the carnival season. And I know we spoke about it in quite length, a long time last week on the show, but we have some updates. We've now seen that Anderson Peters, he's come out to say some words. We've also seen that the captain of the Harbor Master also came out to say some words, and the captain of the Harbor Master essentially was saying that he and his crew were the ones who were the victims here, and stating that Anderson Peters was the aggressor in the entire ordeal. There was a quite lengthy statement that was released by the captain, Noel Cooper, and he said, they were the victims of the incident that led to the world javelin champion Anderson Peters being restrained and falling off the vessel. All right, he goes on in detail, quite a long piece, quite a very long piece, but essentially he's saying that his professional and personal image has been marred, tarnished, more so in this situation than anyone else. He goes on to say that the maritime industry is his passion, and he had genuine joy in leading his team while connecting with people, especially the people of Grenada. He also goes on to give an account of what happened from his point of view. Okay, so he is alleging that Anderson Peters assaulted his crew's manager, Benjai, by slapping him in the face. And he said his crew tried to get the men off the boat once again after trying earlier, and they continued to refuse with aggression. That is referring to Anderson Peters and his company. And they said that Anderson spat at him, that is the captain, and began throwing punches at his face. This is what Cooper is saying in the statement. And his crew, he said his crew did not start the confrontation. Anderson and his group were the ones who started it. And the videos circulating on social media show only a small portion of what happened and do not show the attacks his crew received from Anderson and his group. He said the brawl eventually moved to the ramp. With all the scuffling, Anderson lost his balance and fell into the water. I am quoting here, "No one threw Anderson into the water. It's upsetting to see reports that my crew and I threw him into the water. We were relieved to see that Anderson was pulled out of the water and was safe, but even then he continued to be aggressive towards us and refused to leave the boat." End of quote. So I just gave you some excerpts of the statement from the captain of Harbor Master. All right, and he released that statement. Now we also have a statement from Anderson Peters following this, and Anderson speaks for the first time since the incident, really just saying thank you. And he said the past few days have been a roller coaster for him, from being excited to return home after such two great competitions to being quickly ripped of such excitement, replaced with pain and discomfort. I'm quoting here, "I know that you're all concerned about my well-being, so please know that I'm feeling better than I was in the immediate aftermath, but it will be a long road to full recovery." He says, "Whilst I'm concerned about my well-being, I do ask for your positive thoughts for my brother, Kidon Peters, who also suffered from this dehumanizing act. It's a very challenging time for us as a family. However, by God's grace, we know that things will get better." End of quote. Now, most of the statement surrounds these types of sentiments, thanking for the support, thanking the organization, clubs, family, and everyone who supported him. So that's what we're seeing there from Anderson Peters, a statement from him. Now, we also have a statement sent to the media from the Honorary Council in Trinidad and Tobago. And it says, "The Honorary Consulate for the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago in Grenada wishes to advise the public that the very unfortunate incident involving national hero Anderson Peters has been subject of ongoing communication between the government of Trinidad and Tobago and the government of Grenada. From the night of the incident, Senator the Honorable Dr. Amory Brown, Minister of Foreign and CARICOM Affairs, reached out to the Honorable Joseph Andal, Minister of Foreign Affairs, Trade and Export Development of Grenada. In their communication, Minister Brown expressed his regret and concern for the health and well-being of Mr. Peters and requested regular updates and information on the facts of that matter. Since the initial engagement, both ministers have continued to remain in contact, expressing mutual hope that justice will be fully served." All right, so that's a press release coming out there from the Honorary Council for the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago in Grenada. All right, now, meanwhile, A popular TV host, Ian Aline, talks extensively on the Peters incident, expressing disgust as well as anger, while also reminding Grenadians that this doesn't represent the behavior of Trinidad and Tobago. So let's move over to that clip from Ian Aline. And he's a well-known host, very popular host in Trinidad, well-known for his crime reports, and also just very entertaining as well. I must say, he's also well-known for his sunglasses, always wearing a white pair of sunglasses. That seems to be signature to his look, his image, all right? Fighting crime. And he had some comments on the Anderson Peters incident, all right? So he expressed disgust as well as anger for that one. So we're gonna play you that clip in a while, but in the meantime, we can open up the phone lines 435-2041. What are your thoughts on all of these statements that came out over the weekend as it relates to the incident? We've heard from the captain of Harbor Master visiting vessel here for the carnival season. We've also heard from Anderson Peters and from the Honorary Consul for the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago. The boat has since been arrested. Mind you, I didn't realize we could arrest boats. I learned that over the last few days. And a few people as well from the crew also have been charged, and they will be appearing in court this morning. So let's go to the phone lines. Good morning, you're live.
Unapologetic. I condemn violence. There's no way I could uphold violence. But like I always say, there's always two sides to a story, and we always get sensationalized with one side. Whatever, I don't know the truth. I don't know what the facts are really, because one people saying something and the captain alleging that that they're the victims and that he started the controversy. So we don't know. All we're saying is that let justice take its course, and then probably the truth will come out in the courts. So I really don't know what happened, because I'm one people saying this and but another person saying this, but there had to be some sort of an incident that sparked whatever happened. But finally, just let me say, with due respect to all listening public, you see, alcohol is a danger or something. Keep away from that. Alcohol impairs your judgment. I am not instigating or saying that alcohol was involved. I don't know. So much allegations going around, who was drinking, who wasn't drinking, I don't know. I'm not implying that. But I'm telling all you, keep off the alcohol, because alcohol does impair your judgment. And when things happen, yes, we say all kind of a thing. Sometimes when you don't even know what's happening in your life, you do things that you're embarrassed about, or you even self-forget and you never thought you would have been able to do. Keep up the alcohol, and I'm saying to you, I'm not judging anything. The courts will decide when they hear all the facts, because he's alleging that that he has the victims. But all I'm saying, probably something had to be done, something did happen that caused that reaction, and that reaction was wrong, and they should have been called the police, walk away from violence, because the police station was right there. They had no right to do what they have to do. Mm-hmm. That's all I have to say.
Thank you so much for calling. All right. Yeah, 435-2041, that's the number. We're talking about the Anderson Peters incident that occurred last week. Good morning, you're live.
President, good morning. No, I have been listening.
Sir, do you mind just lowering the volume, turning the volume all the way down on your radio or TV or device that you're listening to us on?
Okay.
All right, there we go. Nice and clear.
All right now?
Yes, perfect.
Good. In my view, I'm not taking sides, but from what I've been hearing, there are rules, there are laws in a country, in an organization, as the case may be. I am gathering that this boat from Trinidad, and another thing about it was the boat hired from Trinidad to come here, or just passing on a trip, taking people up and to come back to Grenada. I want to know that before I continue saying what I have to say.
What I can tell you is that the boat requested permission from the Ports Authority to operate here during this carnival season, so they were taking bookings from local promoters as well as foreign promoters and operating a number of cruises, party cruises on the island for the last few weeks.
Okay, that being so, now, that boat would leave Grenada, go to point B with people, and from point B come back to Grenada. That being so, I guess the policy of the captain of the boat, when the boat returns to its origin port where it started, that in order to transact business again, everybody must get off the boat. Do you agree with this?
You can go ahead with your contribution, sir.
All right. Okay. From what I've gathered, I wasn't there, but I'm trying to size things up. This being so, in order for them to, start another tour and so on, you must have everybody off the boat. If when the people were there were asked to get off the boat and refused to get off the boat, they were right in front of the fire station. I know the whole place. What the people had to do, the captain in particular, go into the police and say, well, look, we have just returned from a trip. We need to get everybody off the boat to make another trip. Again, they didn't do that, and there's a failure there. Those who were there under St. Peter's and others were told to get off the boat, even though they wanted to go on another trip. All they had to do was get off the boat, because that would be the principle and the policy.
Okay.
It's being so, Peters and whoever it is are in the wrong. So what happened and if again he went on to be aggressive and slap people and so on, he's wrong. You don't think to do that. Go off the boat and you come back on again. And had this been done, and had the captain in particular, because he's the leader, the head there, go into the police station and get things done properly, get the police. And
thank you so much for your contribution this morning.
Just a minute, please, ma'am.
Okay, we have to wrap.
Wasn't done.
We have to wrap.
The both parties are in the wrong.
Right. Okay. Thank you. Alrighty. And we have someone saying, I think the captain wants to undo what people saw with their eyes, where someone pulled his feet to get him on the ground, plus seeing someone and pushing him into the water from the video we all saw. Another one, Lydia, is saying, I would really like to know what caused that situation. Something is in the mortar, and I really want to know what caused this unpleasant situation. We're going back to the phone lines. Good morning, you're live.
Hi, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Now, whenever you're famous and you're successful in this country or in the world, you get a lot of attention from women and other people. I think because the guy's famous, he went onto the boat to have fun, and probably some of the girls would be checking him out. And maybe the three guys, they didn't like that. And I heard things like, he spit off the boat and somebody got spit in their face, and it all ended up in a fight. And I think it's a lot of jealousy that's going on in the world, where whenever you're successful and you're famous, people try to belittle you or call you names or treat you ill, And I believe that because the guy is famous and he's a celebrity, they try to style him and use that as a way of marketing the harbor master and trying to get the boat out there to make money. It's all about business, you know.
So you're saying there's no such thing as bad publicity there?
I'm telling you, is that what's going on? It's such a drama. Okay. Because the guy is popular and he have this kind of bragger way about him. He believe he could just stay on the boat and chill and socialize. But it's a business, and then it's how you deal with things, you know. Okay. But I believe this is a whole carnival season where I think that because of the devil and the Diablo and the jab thing and the representation of the Emancipation Day and breaking chain from slavery, these are all the after effects of what comes with celebrating carnival. People falling off truck, who losing their phone, who losing their boyfriend, their girlfriend. It's a lot of drama. Who tired, who broke, who can't pay the bill. You know, it just takes a lot from you. And the whole carnival season, I personally believe, was just a catch. Everything was rushed. You know, and everybody is trying to have fun because of pandemic and complaining, oh, things bad. No, you have to be disciplined when time for having fun just as you're going to work. People need to learn to, you know, get out from this mental brainwash of slavery representing this jab thing, because it's causing a lot of fights and drama in the world among black men. And the white men just come in here and just take over and live the best life than us. It's time we get out from mental slavery in this country and start to work together as black people and become united, because that's the only way we would stand. But no, this one doing better than me, I ain't like he. I will fight him down. And that's the problem. It's because the guy's a celebrity. Okay. And the girls probably like him. The men hate him. And the hate now caused the fight.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution this morning.
Have a good day.
All right. You too. Excellent. We are getting ready to wrap up this program. And I must also commend the Heritage Theatre Company. I was able to finally go and see Julian Fedon over the weekend, and I thoroughly enjoyed the play. It was a great history lesson, and I must say the actors, what I liked is that it was so good to see so many older actors. I have to say, it was good. Usually you see a lot of younger actors playing older roles, trying to look older, but I really appreciated a lot of the older actors, and they were excellent in the acting. I have to say, one of my favorite pieces in the play, and I hope it's fine that I'm saying this, is Daisy Hazard played, I think it's Auntie I, or I can't remember, something of the sort was her name, but she was part of the Fedon plantation, but she had a dream. Well, it wasn't a dream. She claimed she saw it, how we see things. And she gave a powerful piece, just, speaking of what she saw, and it was really riveting. It gave me chills, honestly. That was a performance. And I also enjoyed the gentleman who played Mr. Commander Rawlings, I think his name was Mr. Yaching. Amazing. The Basinski brothers, amazing. Samuel, amazing. And the other gentleman, can't remember his name right now, but he was the doctor. He was also a really fun watch, and I enjoyed the play. So hats off to Krista Riggs on that one. And thank you for the history lesson. I learned so much in that play. I think when we in school, we learn about the Fedon Rebellion, but we don't really get the details and the other aspects that affect, everything as it relates to that war, if you want to call it that. So yeah, thank you so much for that one. And we are getting ready to close down Good Morning Grenada for today. Thank you to everyone who joined us live on GBN TV, K105, as well as Hot FM. And listen, there's some good news if it is that you are looking for employment. A Grenadian-owned U.S.-based company is seeking suitable qualified individuals in the construction and food service industries. So if you're interested, you must possess a valid U.S. visa, must be 18 years or older, must be in good physical and mental health, and must be vaccinated as well against COVID-19. You can WhatsApp or call 1-310-703-7500 for more details. That's 1-310-703-7500. 7500 for more details. Listen, if you want to catch up with me on all that I'm up to, you can go on to Instagram, msy.chrissy, missy.chrissy, to get all the updates. We posting beach bum pics and stuff soon, so stay tuned for all those updates on Beach Bum Grenada and Salem Mass updates on Upstage TV show. All right, I'll see you again tomorrow. Have a great Monday. Toodles.